favorite spots to check. I don't know if favorite's the right word, but is this area back here at Sallyport is where animal control brings in animals that they find. Most of the time. Sometimes it's other dogs, but if I can catch dogs back here that are kind of in this state a bit. I don't know if this one's scared or... Yeah, I think scared. Hi. Then I feel like I could just have a bigger impact letting them know right away that it's going to be okay. Let's go in and sit down with this little one. Hi, can I just set this down right here? Oh, man. I want to show you guys something before I sit down. And you can see this dog shut down, but if you look closely too, you can see the anxiety just from the breathing. And that's something I'm always looking for, because with an anxious dog, you really can't get a breakthrough until you can reduce some of that anxiety. Like most of the time, they're not going to want to take treats. They're going to panic with even the slightest of movements. Speaking of, I'm going to remove this water bowl. Because a lot of times dogs will panic. Hey, Ken, can I hand this off to you so that we don't have a doggy bath in here? Thank you, sir. A lot of times, dogs that are anxious will just react quickly, kind of like we do if we're anxious. Like, they don't even think through why they're reacting that way. They just do it. I'm going to start with a treat. I don't have a lot of hope for this first treat, but there's one thing I know about cattle dogs, and they love treats. And so I just wait. I bet we can get this dog to take some treats, but we're going to start with one. See those cattle dog ears react? I mean, it did land on metal, so I think any dog might react to that, but let's see if we can get one on a little closer. Oh, sorry. Oh, I didn't even see that. Here, let me go in a little closer. Anything? I gotta look away. This dog hits really close to home. I think I'm okay sitting down here. And I'll tell you why. This one hits close to home because of Bean, our little cattle dog that has gone on such a big journey with us. Bean, we initially found at the shelter. Many of you know this, with just a shattered leg and a little cattle dog puppy. This is what they look like as puppies. And I thought we'd have Bean for 6 weeks, and it's been months and months as he's gone through his rehabilitation. And he is not full adult size like this dog yet, but he's almost that size. And so now it just breaks my heart when I see this cattle dog, because imagine, any of you who've been following the story or the images of Bean you're seeing right now, like, imagine that guy now back in this state, or in this space. He would be in this state too. It'll be interesting to find out this dog's story, because I don't know, how does a cattle dog like this end up here? You know, blue heelers or cattle dogs, they're such amazing dogs. They're such great companions. And that bond between a cattle dog and a person is so strong. And, you know, I can make assumptions like cattle dogs have boundless energies. They're like a Malinois, or, you know, just a high energetic dog and like a portion of the package. They're like, it's not even like a full Red Bull. It's like a 5-hour energy, like a small little shot that packs a punch. They're like the condensed version of the laundry detergent. So sometimes people will get these dogs because they think they're really cute, and they'll put them in their apartment, and wow, that doesn't go well. But you can't have this dog as an apartment dog. But you got to walk them, you got to work them, you got to keep them stimulated. And so often that's how they end up here. We don't know. I'm gonna find out. We're gonna dig into their story. Alexis is actually off right now, talking to animal control. Lieutenant is getting the information from the officer that found this dog. And we'll see kind of what we can find out. But I do think we should try here to do a treat. Hasn't taken any of the treats, still labored breathing. Let's try something. I want to try, I was going to try this piece. Yeah, I can do that. I'm going to try to hand. Sometimes the dynamic of handing a dog a treat is a lot different than throwing it to them. I told you. Isn't that wild? Like, you wouldn't think the difference of tossing a dog a treat versus handing a dog a treat would make a big difference, but it does sometimes. And the reason it does is this dog may have had an owner that would hand them a lot of treats, and so that's something they're familiar with. That's pretty amazing. Okay. What I was saying with cattle dogs is they're very loyal dogs, especially to their person. When you think about the cattle dog that is best friends with the farmer, that stereotype is there for a reason. I don't know if it's a stereotype, but like that image or that picture is there for a reason because they're so loyal. They will do anything for their person. And so to gain that much trust right away is a good thing. Honestly, a little unexpected. And I think, stick around because I think we're gonna have some big progress here. And I will also say it's probably my treats. By the way, I make these. I'll link them if you want to get them. But I never thought, I guess I did not think it, but I never thought that they would come in so handy that I'd be sitting in kennels with dogs. But I've perfected them over the year to do just that. Okay, let's try it. Oh, it's cute. And the little cattle dog tongue. Just a little cute. Okay, I'm going to try an open hand treat. Now, this signifies a lot more trust. And I show this, if you've ever watched the videos, I've shown this, but in case you're new, this is a lot less intrusive than this. This is a lot more trusting, like come here, versus hey, So if you're nervous, this is bad, but if you're looking for acceptance or love, this is good. So we're going to try to place it in the hand. Okay, we're not there yet, and that's okay. But you see the sniffing? That's good. Allows the dog to check me out and kind of read who I am. Alexis, boy or girl?
This one is a female.
Okay, and how old is she?
They're marking her around 3.5 years old.
3.5, okay. Hi, special guest.
What's up?
Got you right here.
Film me, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah. Who doesn't want to see you? You're awesome.
I know, right?
What do we know? Anything?
Not very much. This dog was, I guess, running around for a few weeks.
Oh, wow.
We were able to catch it in a dog trap.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, because cattle dogs, man, they're...
No microchip. She's very skittish, very shy.
Yeah.
Health check did say that they were able to do a full health check on her.
Okay.
That she's just very, very slow.
Her anxiety, you can tell, is really high with the way she's breathing.
Right.
But she looks healthy, like she doesn't look unfed. I mean, cattle dogs are pretty resourceful, though. That's good you guys were able to trap her, but no microchip.
No microchip from what we scanned.
Okay. I'll take it slow with her. Thank you. So we've been warned that we have to move slow, and health check, I guess it wasn't going so great. But if you think about it, like what this cattle dog's been through, lost, astray, running around, wasn't going to let anyone catch her, which is understandable from a cattle dog. Cattle dogs try and control the situation. They try to control the herd. Then being trapped, probably hungry, so easy to trap. Now, and how a trap works for a dog when like animal control or rescue setting a trap is it's a, well, I guess a friendly trap. It's not like a bear trap where it's like, it's just a trap they go in, door shuts, and then they're in there contained so animal control can come get them, because you're not going to catch a cattle dog. Like, there's no person that's going to run fast enough to be able to get a leash around a cattle dog. Okay, let me try an open hand treat now that I feel like we understand each other a little bit more. pure joy. Because we're building little increments of trust, and that goes a long way with a dog. Most people, they don't do that with dogs. They just go right in. You probably do. You're a dog person. But I've seen this so many times, even at shelters, even staff that are working there, they just go in and it's like, do what I need you to do. Not taking into account that this dog is probably lost, can't find their way home, so they're very worried. They've been trapped, so they're scared. They don't know it's for their good. They're now in a strange place that they don't know what's going on. And then there's this guy just sitting with them. And they're not subscribed to my channel. Hopefully you are. See what I did with that?
Very clever.
I do appreciate you guys subscribing. I want to try and see if this dog knows any tricks. Because blue heelers are so smart, they're really good at commands. We don't have a name, so we're going to need to come up with a name. So hang out for a minute while we come up with a name. And let's just see what we can do here. I bet we can do some pretty cool stuff because we're going to have to help this dog come out of their shell so that they can find a home. Because what an awesome dog. Okay, wait, girl, and how old did you say?
3.5 years old.
3.5. Sometimes my memory retention in the kennel is really interesting. When I watch the videos back, I'm like, what is wrong with you, man? Like, Alexis told you that 3 times. But a lot of times the reason I'm a little distracted because my first focus is on the dog's behavior. And like what I'm noticing as Alexis is telling me that it's a boy and he's 1 year old. She gave me the look. Is that she's opened her mouth and she's relaxing a little bit, and that's really good. That's really good. So now it's a bit more panting than anxiety breathing, or it starts to release that anxiety breathing. Just in my opinion, from what I typically see. So good. We're moving along. The process is coming along. I'm gonna scoot back just a little bit, not too much, because we know from Health Check, and Health Check's so good with these dogs. They're so patient, which is really tough to do because Health Check has a high volume of dogs coming in that are in great need, and so it's hard for them to go slow. But they're so good at it. And so if Health Check says this dog's really nervous and basically kind of what they're saying is maybe reactive, then we want to really take note with that. I try not to have any of those. When I come into the kennel, I try not to have any, would it be preconceptions?
Preconceived notions?
Thanks. On the struggle bus over here. Any preconceived notions. That doesn't mean that I don't want information that might be helpful in my interaction with the dog. It's a tough balance, right? Like you want to be careful. And at some shelters, some might go, oh, well, this dog is aggressive. No, this dog is terrified. Okay, I'm going to try something. We're going to try to start warming her up. And I'm going to try my treat paw. So this is kind of how I test touch. And when I give a treat, I just touch a paw. No major reaction there. That's good. Some dogs will just flip out over that. I mean, pretty identical to Bean, though. Am I right?
I would say so. Just obviously the color pattern, just being
Yeah.
a cattle dog, but
I mean, when you put them side by side, no, but like very similar, like different cattle dogs are different colors, and she very much looks like Bean. I bet she'd love Bean. Oh man, we should bring her to the coffee farm. We have a rehabilitation farm that we started just this year. I've been growing coffee for years and years in Southern California, and when you buy the flip coffee after my late dog, it goes to rehabilitate dogs like Bean, the cattle dog I was telling you about. And so it would be fun to bring her to the farm and just let her stay with Bean. But Bean is almost out the door. We are this close. He is 100%, and we are this close to getting him to his new family. Announcement coming soon. Just wait. It's awesome. Just wait. I know some things I'm not telling you, and I'm sorry. But yeah, the neat thing about it is like when you buy the treats, when you buy the coffee, it all goes to help rehabilitate dogs. And these are dogs that are not your average, like, hey, they just need a couple days and they're on to their next destination. These are dogs like this that might be shut down mentally, or dogs like Bean who are physically in need of rehabilitation, or both. Physical trauma creates mental and behavioral trauma, understandably so. I hate to see a dog in this state there are no signs that this dog went through anything traumatic. Like, did anyone dump this dog, or they haven't been fed, but that doesn't change the fact that they are just lost and in their lowest moment right now. And I think that's why I'm so happy that we're all here doing this together, showing a dog like this comfort. Even just the act of giving them treats, it just goes so far, Hi. And here in a minute, we're going to try. Okay, this makes me a little nervous, but we're going to try something here. Or keep scooting back, because you seem to be okay. Hi. Here you go. That's a good dog. What was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying because I'm so focused on this little one. Okay, here you go. Okay, that's really good. This makes me really happy because we were making progress. And those little eyes, those little, like, unsure eyes just can break your heart. How long has she been here?
This is now her 4th day, I think.
So how it works at this shelter, it varies from shelter to shelter, but it's somewhat similar. There are some county regulations, sometimes just some shelter regulations, legal regulations. But here on the 5th day, the dog is available for adoption when no owner comes forward. If you lose your dog, you want to call local veterinarian offices, shelters, rescues. Obviously, post signs around your neighborhood. Go on kind of neighborhood community forums, Facebook groups. Unless this cattle dog traveled great distances or someone, took this dog and drove cross country. I've heard wild stories, but in general, most of the time it's within close proximity. And what you see is if the dog is not found by their owner in the first 24 hours or 48 hours, the chances of the owner coming just drastically reduce. Whether they couldn't or they weren't willing to look for the dog, it's most of the time not that they can't find the dog. Like a couple phone calls and a couple visits to local shelters or rescues or vets would often turn up the dog. But, she's dirty, understandably so, running around, but she doesn't seem in bad shape. Here you go. Oh, good girl. Nope. Hey, you need a little help? It's funny because she's just using her front little teeth to take the treat. Okay, now we're going to try something. We're going to try moving now to a pet. There you go. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Do a little head pet there. You feeling it? Yeah, okay. She's like, I like this, but I'm still a little nervous about you and your bright blue shirt. I do wonder with this shirt. I like this shirt. I'm glad we're talking about my shirt. But I'm bringing it up for a reason because I know dogs can see it. It's a color they can see. Also, can we just talk about my shoes? I wore these shoes. I didn't wear them on purpose today, but I definitely, when I got a little kick, a little laugh. Because in the last video, I had these shoes on because I came from the gym. I forgot my shelter shoes that I typically wear, which are Converse. And you guys, I guess I have a uniform. I didn't even realize it. Jeans and t-shirt and my Converse shoes. And it really shook some of you that I had different shoes on. Which is, okay, I guess. I'll get back to my Converse. The reason I wear the Converse, I'm not like stuck to that brand of shoe. I'm not loyal. The really neat thing about it is when I get home, I can take them off. I can throw them in the washing machine, disinfect them because there's a lot of stuff at the shelter you don't want to take home to your dog. And I can put them on the next day. And I wait for the sales and I get them for like 40% off and I'll buy like in bulk, and then that way they're kind of my shelter shoes. I can keep washing them and keeping them clean. And there are probably better shoes for a shelter environment. If you look at a lot of the animal care attendees, they're wearing medical shoes or shoes that are waterproof. But that's just what I do. But I just wanted to talk about my shoes because you guys were all talking about my shoes. Okay, let's bring the focus back to her. I get a kick out of sometimes when someone is new and they come to the videos and they're like, this guy talks a lot. Yes, I'm doing it on purpose. If someone's having a conversation with you because you're going through a hard time or you're uncomfortable, it makes it really uncomfortable. Whereas if they're talking and you're in that group and you just get to be a part of that group, the pressure and the stress is not on you. And if there's just silence, then that's really uncomfortable. So I just try to normalize the environment, and, you know, they just think I'm the crazy one just talking to, you know, my phone or this tablet. Yeah, hi. Oh, there you go. You're a good dog. Cattle dogs are like, it's interesting because they are nonstop and they're very independent, but they're also really good cuddlers. At least this is what I've been learning from our little Bean. And, oh, she hears another dog. Another dog's crying right now. Their hearing, cattle dogs' hearing is fantastic. Comes in handy if you're out working, but it's kind of a downside if you're at a shelter, because you hear every noise. I try, when I'm sitting here with dogs, I try to listen to the sounds because they hear them better than us. And like, you hear someone driving by with like some really loud bass music rocking out in their car. You hear the intercom, there are other dogs barking, things banging around. Surprisingly, some crickets back here in Sally Porch. And all those things are just amplified when you're a dog in this situation. They're just listening for any sound they can get, any information as to what's going on. I want to give her some positive affirmations, but I'd like to do that first with a name. She's really sweet. Okay, Alexis, any name ideas?
We still had the name Toga from one of our viewers. It was Toga and Piper was the duo that they recommended.
Right, but isn't that the one where I thought their dogs had passed and they didn't pass? And I'm like apologizing. No, yes. So sorry you lost your dogs, and then you guys are like, oh, they didn't pass.
Remembering correctly, I believe they're still alive,
which is good. We want this.
They're with a family member, if I'm guessing correctly.
Yeah, okay. I tell you what, why don't we hold off on do we have any mail?
Yes, we do.
Oh, in a minute, we could go through some mail and we could see if any names come to us from that mail and the experience of that.
That's a great idea.
Love letters with dogs. We could take a moment to do that, but let's give her some positive affirmations, since she's not going to react or know her name. But let's see if she knows a couple of things, and let's see if she knows any tricks. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. She may not know I'm talking to her. You're a good girl. Hi, you're a good girl. Not a lot of reaction there. Hi. Hey, I don't know what happened to you, and I'm sure getting trapped was a bit abrasive, but it was for your own good. But no matter what, you shouldn't have had to go through any of that. Like, you were put on this world to do a job, to love people, and I bet you've done an amazing job at that. You're ready to get out there, get the work done, take care of your people that you love, take care of your family, protect them. You know, you pack a mighty punch, I bet, too. You are mighty, and you are larger than life. And none of this is your fault. I promise you. But I have good news. We're here, and it's going to be okay. I'm going to make sure you're okay. Right? The hardest part is over. You went through the hard part of running around trying to figure this out on your own, getting stuck and trapped. And now you're here. And from here, it's only going to get better, I promise. Okay? Does that feel good? She's kind of, I don't think you can hear it, but she's kind of purring almost. She's kind of, does that feel good? I'm putting a little pressure, like almost like a massage, and she really likes that. She's probably been pretty tense. I mean, she's been here for 4 days. I am really grateful that the shelter kept her back here in just this more quiet area, because you can tell she's really stressed out. And the main area, sometimes they don't have a choice. They just have too many dogs coming in. But to be able to keep her in this area for 4 days is really great. When she becomes adoption available, she's going to have to go into the main area. So, I was trying to catch her right when she came in. She's been here for a little bit. Here, come here. You want a treat? You want a treat? There you go. Okay, now, I'm going to see if she knows any tricks. With a cattle dog, with working dogs especially, shepherds, cattle dogs, any kind of working dog, I like to try to get the lead going and see if I can move them around, create some movement, and then try to do some stuff like sitting, laying down. Can you sit? Do you want a treat? Can you lay down? Can you shake? Oh, shake. Can you shake? Shake. It doesn't seem like she knows any of those things, but we're gonna try. We're gonna get up and walk around and see what we can do. The tough part with these is they're kind of divided, so I can't really. It's a little challenging, but I'm gonna let her. Whoops! Didn't hurt. That? It's just a leash. Okay, that's making you a little nervous. I guess it's not helping that it's just kind of banging against the kennel. Sometimes you can tell with a dog, they don't mind the leash. They're like, okay, let's go. We're going for a walk. Other times you can tell they're a little nervous, like her with this. That makes her a little nervous. She's trying to slip out. And sometimes, especially with farm dogs, like they may have never had that before. Okay, that's okay. All right, we're not going to do that. We don't need to, do training today. And I don't think that's the right. It doesn't seem like she wants anything to do with that. So we're not going to do that. And that's okay. You just want a treat instead? Here. You want a treat? Or a treat instead? Here. You want your blanket back? I can do that. Let's switch sides. Here. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good girl. She's cute, isn't she, when she stands up? Hi. You want this? Want a treat? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cattle dog, it's a little skinnier than I thought when she stands up. Well, she's not like emaciated or anything, but she's not as she's definitely, you can definitely tell she's gone without food for a while. I'm sure they fed her at the shelter, but I'm saying you can see now that she's been out for a couple weeks. And treat? Yeah. Like I told you, cattle dogs love treats. That's no doubt. So that's been really helpful. I think the thing that hurts about someone like her is that she doesn't have her person. And I'm hoping she finds that. And I will say recently in my life, I've been working to not be as fixated on the protection of things. Let's say you have a farm and you have a farm dog and you're trying to protect your land or protect your property or your tractor or whatever that may be. I've been trying to not really worry about those sorts of things, but more so be protective of the ones I love. And that sounds like a real, no duh sort of moment. But I think a lot of it comes from just being from Hawaii. I'm so lucky that I got to be a part of family that really carries the aloha spirit, and uncles and aunties that really work to teach those principles. There is a kind of a difference in Hawaiian culture with ownership around pets. And you'll notice, I always thought it was weird when someone says I'm their owner. Not that there's anything wrong with that, or a lot. You won't see in anytime I write materials, and I don't talk about being the owner of the dog. In Hawaii, there's a term kahu, which is it means a lot of different things, but it's really in the essence of not owning a dog, but being the steward, being the leader and the guide, and not only being willing to teach, but being willing to learn. You'll often hear this as kind of, in English, it would be more like pastor or priest. And the kahu is, you're not the owner of a dog. You are their guide. And so when you see a dog like this that doesn't have that, it really is just heartbreaking, because dogs have so much to give to us. We have so much to learn from them. I think it's neat the way it's done over there. And you see this just a lot more with, at least I have grown up with Hawaiian families and a lot of Hawaiians that their dog is really their companion. A lot of you as well. But I think that really helps put a word to it, a terminology to it. And instead of owner, it's kahu. She has a cute smile. Is that male?
Yes.
Love letters?
Yes.
Okay, let's see if any. Okay, let me have some of those love letters. I want to keep going here and stay. Hi, remember me? Hi. It's okay. It's a good girl. Yeah.
Well, this one is less of a letter.
Okay.
But it's a personalized item.
Oh, wow.
And you mentioned obviously flip coffee earlier.
Yeah.
And check it out. Somebody made a very detailed
Wow.
book.
Look at this. Look at that.
Or notebook for you.
You want to check it out? Yeah, a little sniff. Okay. Look at that. That is really neat. Okay, let's open it up and see what we have on the inside. Oh, cool. Let me show this here. This is neat. I think this will be particularly important because we're talking about Bean, and Bean is just like you. I wish you could see Bean now. It would give you courage or encouragement. Oh, look at that. It's our Flip Coffee label. That's really neat. Okay. This is so... You're so creative. We're going to have to get the name of the person who sent this.
Unfortunately, we don't have a name.
We don't have a name?
No.
Oh my goodness. Whoever you are, comment. And if I see it on here, I will pin your comment. Because look at all this. That is neat. I mean, so cool. So detailed. Coffee notebook. I will use this for sure. And then, oh, look at that. Got all the little... Cute. I thought I loved coffee. Turns out I love creamer. Fair enough. Okay, good. I can put little notes in there. This is really neat. Really neat. Thank you, whoever sent this. And hopefully one day the note will be that you have been adopted. Cute. Okay, we have more?
Yes.
I really do try or I have recently been trying to slow down and with each dog just take notes and take time to celebrate, especially with all of you, because you get that feeling where you come into the shelter and there's so many dogs that need help. You all just helped recently empty the shelters. 167 pets adopted.
Yes.
Unbelievable. I did not think we could. It's not that I didn't think we could do it. I just would have guessed like 80. And just amazing. But there are still dogs that need our help. And so sometimes I get so caught up in that moving forward, I have to be careful. And so a notebook like that will be really helpful because it can help me slow down. Okay. See this one? He's still a little shy. Okay. It's okay. Oh, it's okay. Hi. Trying to do that push and that pull where we give it a little affection, we give it a little break. Take the focus off. Okay. Oh, look at this. We have a toy. Okay, now cattle dogs do love toys. Let's try one. Have you ever had a toy? You may have never had a toy. It would not surprise me if this is her first toy. And the reason I say that is that reaction was pretty wild. That is a dog who has never had a toy. And I know you think, well, how could a dog have never had a toy? Because you are a dog lover and you give your dog toys. But sometimes dogs like this in this situation where they may not have had someone that really cared about them, never took the time to get them a toy. You want to check it out? You like that, huh? You want to take a bite? You want to try it? I'm going to leave that with you so you can check it out, okay? All right. And here, oh, my favorite here, chocolate chip cookie. Let's get all these tags off here. Always make sure you get these little tags off because dogs can eat these and they can cause a real problem. Cookie? Cookie.
Cookie's a good name.
You look like a cookie. You look like a snickerdoodle, don't you? Well, not like a snickerdoodle, like a kitchen sink kind of cookie. You know? Chocolate chip with salt and maybe some walnuts. Almonds. Hi. Cookie. That's it, right? That's
like
it.
That one?
Yeah.
You don't want to get one from one of the...
You know what? I think you just hit me, Cookie. Here, Cookie. Cookie.
Her brown matches the cookie, so you know what?
And I love, if I had to pick one thing, I would pick like one salty and one savory. It would be potato chips and cookies. And we know what you would pick.
Well, I don't think I even have to say.
I'll say it. The address I'll put down in the description. Please send Alexis Twix bars. The full size one she really loves, not the snack size ones. Like full size Twix bars. We don't have a video on her right now, but she's outside of the kennel going, yes, yes,
no,
yes.
I am not.
Okay, let's see who sent you your cookie, because that's where you got your name from. Oh, this is perfect. Dear Rocky, Kelly, Alexis, Twix lover, and team. This is it right here. Oh, you already read the card, didn't you? You pre-screened it. Thank you so much for all you do. I've been watching your YouTube videos for years, and I ordered coffee. Thank you. Tank top and plenty of goodies from your bakery. Awesome. And I sent a few cute pictures from my doggy 4th of July party. Awesome. Oh, look at this. Oh my God. Emma is my baby. My whole world. I adopted her when I was 19 and she was about 9 months old. Now I'm 32 and she's about to turn 14. That's amazing. She does not look 14. Look at this. Look at that. You see that puppy right there? Oh, look. Oh, and she's got our July 4th. We made these burgers in the bakery. They're a cake. I mean, that's pretty good, right? I didn't bake up those burgers on my own. The team helped with that. I used to do them all, every single one of them, every single cake that went out the door. I was baking them. Look at the whole crew. Look at that. Oh my goodness. We've got some paw cakes in here. These are all from my bakery, which is really cool. Thank you for throwing this party for your dogs. This is what makes me happy. Like, the bakery is truly a labor of love. Like, I don't know if you've ever looked into bakeries are a low margin business, but it's so fun. It's so fun seeing your dogs with these treats. I know my team loves it too, because they're in there toiling day after day, baking all these fresh baked treats for dogs. So love Ariel from Upper Wisconsin. Thank you. And Emma, thank you for being so awesome for 14 years. You guys are amazing. And because of you, and because of the dog bakeries, we now have a new name here for Cookie. The tough part is with her anxious breathing, I don't want to put her in the scoop, because the more you do this, the more you know, like, okay, I can move this dog into a scoop and an embrace will really help them. And sometimes not. And this is definitely a not situation. As much as I would love to do it, that would be for me and not for her. So we're going to let Cookie stay in that state. But my concern is, how do we get her seen and get her adopted? Like, I'm just worried.
I did find out a little bit more info on Cookie.
Okay. Oh, from LT? From Lieutenant?
Actually, it was deeper, just digging through the system.
Okay.
So the finder, or at least the person who called in the report, I believe, on this girl.
Yeah.
They might be interested in actually adopting Cookie.
Oh, that's great.
But we'll have to see if they do or they don't.
Oh, because they found her, and I love when people do that. Like, it's so neat when someone says, you know what, like, I have a certain responsibility or like interest, because there are good people in this world. Like, that is so, you might be going home. Cookie, you might have a new family that loves you. You might have a kahu. I mean, that face is much better than the face we initially ran into. Hi. Head up. Some breathing. There's still nerves and anxiety there, but just what a difference than just head down and like eyes darting around when we first met her. And I'm glad we were the first to tell you, Cookie, that you might have a new family. You might be going home. You're a good girl. You might be adopted. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. That's good news, isn't it? That one hit. She heard that one. She felt that one. I thought, okay, watch her little... She looks at the treat. She does a little nose tilt, like, and then she takes it. Watch the little nose tweak. I mean, it's so small. Oh, she didn't do it that time. Now she's like full on trust, which is good. Little nose tilt. Okay, and take it. He's so good. I just like want to jump in and like snuggle all over her. But be cool, Rocky. Be cool. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'd love to have you become a member too, because then you'll be the first to know if she went home. I let everyone know. We let everyone know, but members we let know first, because if something goes wrong, like sometimes dogs get returned, we want to keep it in that small group before we go wide and then have to disappoint everyone. And also just an appreciation for you being a member. Make sure you subscribe. Definitely, we put out pup date videos, and you're going to want to know, you're going to want to be on those pup date videos so that you can find out what happened to her. Cookie, thanks for letting me take some time to love you. I do love you. You know that? And I love your name because I love cookies. I'm going to set these here with you. And your toys. Yeah, that's certainly her first toy. Like, it is cracking me up when people are like, how would you know? That's like unbelievable you'd make that claim. And I kind of go, well, I think you're missing the point. The fact that like she reacted that way to a toy likely means she's never had a toy. Maybe she has, great, and I'm wrong, and so then I'm wrong. But if it's her first toy, I'm glad that we were all here for it, because she deserves that. She deserves a Kahu that gives her lots of toys. Quick update on our girl Cookie. We got her into this big condo, and I have some news. The person that found her that was considering adopting her, it called in. They are not going to adopt her. So she needs you now more than ever. And the biggest way you can help is by sharing this. Let's find her a home. You're a good girl. But look at her. She's standing up, moving around. Much better already, just after a couple days.